being at Sony, for example, and then going to, I remember like just trying to get a game greenlit at Sony.
Different process.
Man, like it's not even a different process as much as it is like a frustrating process, because once again, we're talking about their squads, right? So you go, hey man, I want to make a driving game, and they go, better than Gran Turismo? Oh, okay. I want to make an adventure game, better than Uncharted? Damn. I want to make a sport game, better than MLB The Show. You see what I'm saying? So you were in a situation where they had almost everything all locked, and because of that, it was hard to get something greenlit at Sony. So you get the PlayStation Network, right? Mm-hmm. And they say instead of 20 million, 40 million or whatever to make a game, here's one or two. Make a simple game. We'll distribute it even for $10 or for free or whatever. See what people think. And if it's dope, you take that and you build on it and you build on it and you build on it. And then now all of a sudden there's an indie side that you can test concepts. And then when people can either pay nothing or very little for a product, they'll take it, see what it's like, and then you can monetize afterwards. So I think that, online services where you can take a simple concept and put it out there for people is the best thing that's happened to gaming. It's sort of like, like I said, having an independent sort of movie market to some degree. You don't have to spend that money, but your concept, your moment to moment experiences have to be awesome. And then when they are, and you've seen these indie game developers that hit on some new concept, whatever it is, and then you take that and you can plus it up the next time. So like, what'd you say it was? Did you say Interstellar or no, Inception?
Yeah, Interstellar for what I bought, the last DVD. Yeah.
So, homeboy Nolan started off very simple too, with Memento, right? And he kept hitting and his budgets got higher and higher until he's jumping Batmobiles. You see what I'm saying? And so, and that's where I think it's nice and healthy for our market. Yeah. To cultivate these different sort of areas of exposure.
Yeah, I'm not against Stadia. Like I said, I was an early adopter to the OnLive, but it's just when it went away, that's what was kind of the letdown. And so I'm having flashbacks. I think that's what I'm dealing with. Having flashbacks of what it was like and how cool I thought it was going to be, and it was for a moment. It's just I think they're gonna have to go, like you said, growing pains. They're gonna have to go through those issues where they're not gonna get the content that they want. I mean, there's games coming out now that look amazing. What is the name of it? The one with the guy who played the Punisher. He's the bad guy in it.
Yeah, it's Ghost Recon.
Yeah, the Ghost Recon game. They're gonna be right on Epic. I don't think it's gonna be an exclusive, but they said they're gonna be like a day one Epic release on their platform for you to play it. So you're kind of like, oh, they're gonna make me do this. But which is what Origin did. Origin made you do it.
But Origin. See, once again, that was. I think the difference between having there's a difference between having a Netflix. Okay. Or old Netflix and new Netflix. And what I mean by that is old Netflix used to send you CDs and DVDs.
That's true.
New Netflix just streams.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, they still have a DVD option.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is like that's the new, right?
Yeah.
And so when you look at these Epic stores, they're not streaming as much as they're sending you this data so that you can run locally.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just don't see the point in that. I really don't. I mean, like if I have both of these.
Well, the point is offline play. Not many games still offer offline play, but
when are you offline?
Whenever the power goes out. Or well, if the power's out, you can't play nothing. But you can play it on your phone, or you can play it on your device or your laptop or something if you still got your battery. But if the power's out, you don't have internet, but you still got offline play.
Okay, so let's talk about that then.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you got offline play.
Okay.
Well, no, like say I want to play a Stadia game. And I don't have any power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all streaming. What are you going to do?
Oh, well, that's easy. Because I still have my cell phone that's probably, at least 4G.
Towers are down.
Okay.
Like, what are you gonna do? You see what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
then you fight zombies. I mean, at that point, you got bigger problems than your Stadia accessibility.
You can't be in the shit hits the fan moment, and you're like, my Stadia's still working.
I mean, if it's a zombie apocalypse, I ain't got nothing for you. But what I'm saying is, it's like under normal circumstances, like, I have a tablet, okay, that has internet connectivity. Okay,
it has its own signal.
Yeah, it has its own signal, and I'm communicating with Google servers already.
Okay,
I'm still playing. You not with your PlayStation. Wah, wah. You see what I'm saying? I mean, to me, like, there isn't really a game that I play now that isn't always connected. It's very few where I'm straight up local.
Very few are even being made that.
This. It's just the way things are. Like, you got an Apple TV, and you said it's been a minute since you've actually bought.
We just buy digitally.
A physical. Yeah, you just buy digitally, and most of the time, even when you buy digitally on Apple, okay, yes, you have local storage on your Apple TV, but you don't use it. You're always streaming. So if the power's out, you can't watch a movie either, player.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think they store it. I think it's all in the cloud, though.
Well, you can't. If you buy,
there's a hard drive in it.
Well, yeah, it is.
I don't think, because it doesn't give you an option to save to the hard drive.
Not really.
Okay.
But you can, like, for example, you can load games on your Apple TV.
Oh, I haven't done that.
Yeah, but that's my point. Is that everything is streaming, right? And so now we're just talking about your games too. And so so for me, I guess the part that's got me so hyped is that you used to have so many different impediments to your gaming experience. Like, I don't know how to hook this up. I don't know how to do this, or I don't know how to do that. And the fact that I can take top tier gaming experiences and play them on a tablet with my joystick basically anywhere. I mean, I can get a free Stadia. I bought one, right? Because that's the kind of initiative I want. And you know what? It's not like I'm religious in that way. As soon as a Microsoft one and a PlayStation one comes out, I'm going to be right there too, right? Because if you're telling me all I need is a joystick and the cloud.
I think by that point, if Stadia does prove something in what their service is going to allow, I think you may be on the money with that. I think instead of it being channels for Xbox and PlayStation, they might just have their own. It's a new joystick you just buy and just do it. I don't see why you wouldn't do that at that point. But they're gonna wait. I think they're gonna wait and see if it works.
I played the Assassin's Creed, the new one, on Stadia, almost to the end, right? And just to freak myself out, like I would put my PC. I had my PC.
You about to use all your bandwidth. You turn it on all the devices.
Well, check this out. I put on my my PC. I'm playing on my PC, and then I had my laptop, my Mac laptop, right? Which you can't normally
right.
You don't game on.
You're talking about a whole nother segregation of tech.
Yeah, exactly, right. And so I put that right next to my PC. I started to run down the hill on the on my PC. I clicked play on my on the my PowerBook. Finished going down the hill, right?
No hitches, no nothing, no latency, nothing. It's just a video at that point. Like, is there an initial load though? Is there an initial load time of
there's an initial load time when I started the session.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it had to load on the server, but once it was on the
just
server,
pinging the server then?
Yeah. So as soon as I hit let's go on my Mac, it was like she lifted up her leg on the PC and her toe hit the ground on the Mac, and I was like,
"It's pretty cool."
Yes, sir.
Oh man.
And that's and look, dude. Look.
I'm gonna have to wait till the second gen.
You have to understand. Like, I started making games
This
on
is your
Game
wisdom.
Boy.
This is your analogy of wisdom right here. You're like, I've been through this.
Yeah.
Dude, get on this train.
And so this, and so for me,
That's funny.
this is exactly what I'm talking about when I say, like,
Touching the stove.
like, I've had my share of being dubious, but when I see it in action,
Yeah. That's pretty cool.